Hello, it's your girl Matt Cox here with MA Couture Crafting. Let's talk Pink Sand Designs. Yes, Pink Sand Designs. They are a quilt store based in Torrance. And I say quilt store, but really what they are is a design studio that sells fabric. And I think that's really important. So when you see this store, I don't want you to be like, what? They're not really a quilt store. What they are is nice enough to open their doors and let us come in and buy fabric, although that's not really what they're truly set up to do. I mean, they're set up to sell fabric, don't get me wrong, but when you see it, they're tiny but mighty, because what they do is design patterns and they also sell fabric. So it's just kind of cool that they open their doors and let us come in and chat and pick up fabric that after you've purchased. So they have a huge online presence where they do Facebook Lives and sell fabric 3 times a week. I think it's on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. On Tuesdays, it's at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then on Saturdays, it's 1 o'clock. I think I got that wrong. Fridays, it's 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Tuesdays and Saturdays, it is 3, it's 3 Pacific time. I love it there. It is tiny, but the people there are so nice. They come around, they'll help you, they give you suggestions. They're like, if you take home a pattern and you don't get it, like call the store, somebody will help you. There's nothing better than going into a store and seeing the owners of the store and they're working. Like not, and I don't mean working a little bit, I mean like, oh no, we have to cut this fabric, we have to get it ready, we have to get it packaged, just so hands-on. Nancy and Michelle have both been extremely nice to me. They're there, you know, they're very tangible, like, oh my goodness, they're right there, you can see them, you can meet them. I have not tried any of their patterns yet, but I purchased, I think, 3. And I've been to the store several times and I've gotten excellent customer service every time. They definitely do the thing. You know, I swear all quilt stores need to simply train their employees to say, hey, what are you working on? Do you have any pictures? Of course I have pictures, because it's all I want to do is talk about my quilts and the patterns and the things that I want to make and my ideas. It's what we want to do. So I love that they did that. Matter of fact, I held court, I think twice, maybe even 3 times when I've gone in there. I love what they have. Like, it's a tiny selection, but it's my kind of selection. It's all the grunges. You guys know I'm always talking about grunge. Tulip Pink. And then Kaif. They have some Kaif and some other things that are mixed in. You'll see. But again, I know it's a tiny store, but what it is a design studio that has been nice enough to open up their doors during this pandemic and kind of make it a quilt store in addition to being a design studio. All right, guys, check them out. So this store is small but mighty. This is where I saw that grunge binding for the first time, and they are the only store thus far that I've seen that has grunge binding. So there's a cage here that holds a few patterns, and they're cute patterns. These are not the patterns that Pink Sand Beach designs. These are just other people's patterns. They have the Katadin on a roll. That's that batting that's ready for the jelly roll strips. They've got some Metler thread here. We've got a little Kaif and a cutting mat. We've got some bolts of fabric that you can see, and it's just a few that you can see, but they are known on Facebook for doing their live sales. They do them, I think, Friday, Saturday, and like Tuesday. They do them often, and it's one of the ones where you put in a code and then you're able to type sold and then the thing that you want, and hopefully you get it, because people are buying up this fabric like hotcakes. You can pick it up in store, or you can have it shipped to you. Up to you. And they are moving mountains of fabric, guys. It's just cool that they even open up their doors and let you come in. Super tiny shop as far as the store, but their fabric selection, they just have so much fabric coming in and out constantly. So if you see something today, that does not mean that you're going to see it tomorrow, because they're doing so many live sales online on their Facebook page. Loving some of their bags that they have around the store, which feature their designs. This is where I got my Hotfix stones and the Hotfix tool. Best buy ever. These are the stones that I use for that quilted postcard. Some more fabric on these bolts. If you need grunge or like hash dots, that new, and then there's like I want to say it's like a reptile, or I think it's called dragon or chameleon. That's what it's called, chameleon fabric, which is kind of a newer pattern that's like a solid sort of. And here are their bag patterns, which is what they do, which are their pattern makers primarily, who happen to now sell a ton of fabric, who happen to open up their doors and let us come in and buy fabric and patterns and some hardware and thread if we need it. Love them. Super, super nice. Very, very friendly. The bag, I bought a couple of these patterns. I haven't tried one yet, but rest assured, as soon as I do, I will let you guys know what they are like. That is Michelle walking around in the background, who is Nancy's daughter. Super sweet, sweet as pie. And here are the patterns that I like the most right here. The Malibu, the Capri. Good stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.